Welcome back, people. We got another video. This is on the Samebike L026 version 2 or L0262. So this is the second upgrade. No, not second upgrade. Let's rephrase that. This is the upgraded bike from the Samebike L026. Today we're doing more upgrades. So we've done Rock Bro lights, pedals, handlebars. We've changed the head stem. Anytime I do, we've done the battery hack maintenance as well. Anytime I do updates on this bike, or I'm changing things, new things, upgrading it, problems that we had with the pass with the converter, we fixed that. All these videos you will find on the channel. We have a playlist of e-bikes and electric scooters, and there's plenty more to come on this off-road. I haven't done off-road tests yet because I don't want to do it on the nylon basic standard, not very good tires. So today it's going to be a long video. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on the next one, and so you don't miss out on the off-road test that we're going to be doing with these new tires. I've got some Slime Smart Tube tires. Normally I go for Contis, but I thought I'm going to go for the Smart Tube, and you will see why through this video why I chose this one. There's a specific reason why I went for the Slime Tube. So yeah, stay tuned. This video is going to take a little short minute, but I'm going to show you me changing both new tires and two new tubes. So we've got two smart Slime tubes, 26-inch 1.75 over 2.125 in a tube. And then we've got two 26-inch Continental tires, Trail King tires, and these are 26 times 2.4. I definitely wouldn't go any bigger than 2.4. I would like my tires to be quite wide. I want this bike to stand out, and I want it to have loads of grip, so that's why I went for the bigger tire. These are £20 a piece, and you will find these on eBay. There's no point in me dropping a link because there's absolutely tons you can buy on eBay or even on Amazon. The tools you're going to need is a flips. I'm going to keep that just in case. Flathead just in case. Don't really think I need those, but I've got them anyway. We've got a pair of wire cutters, pliers. We're going to definitely need those. We also are going to need some of our still flavoured orange and mango water. It's the first time we tasted this flavour, so let's try it out. Not as good as the berries and cherries one. I like the berries and cherries better, but they're still good. We're also going to need a few cable tyres. So here I've got 4. We probably ain't going to need 4, but I've got 4 just in case. We also have this right here. This is my tyre levers. Now, I'm not a big fan of using these, if I'm honest, because I like doing it the old-fashioned way, 2 screwdrivers. You've got a chance of popping your inner tube by using a screwdriver, but I've actually popped more inner tubes using tyre levers than what I have using screwdrivers. I don't know how that worked, but the main reason I want to use this kit today, you can buy this again on eBay. They're all over the place. Just type in tyre levers and you'll see it pop up. These are the things I want to use. It's going to protect my rims. Now, for the fact that I've got mag rims, this is why I want to use those, so I don't damage it. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get down to business. Let's move these tyres to one side and the tube for a second. So I'm going to start off with the front wheel because that's going to definitely be the easiest. So if you don't need to know how to do the front wheel, you can always skip forward to the back wheel. So here, a tyre quick release, just like that, and then try and make sure we got the camera in shot. That would help. So we have upgraded the brakes as well. We got semi-hydraulic brakes. I would like full hydraulic, but they're a little bit expensive, so that's why we got these. Again, we have a separate video on that. If you want to see that video, you can check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna just drop it down lightly so I don't damage the caliper there. Right, let's bring a tube over I might be able to get these tyres off without too much strain. We're going to see. So let's take our cap off, let the tyre down. So I'm going to put about 55 to 60 psi in the new tubes and new tyres. In this original nylon tyre, I was running at 50 psi for anyone who's interested. So this bike, if you don't have it yourself, is a 500 watt motor, 48 volt battery at 10.4 amp, which I'm very considering about upgrading the battery at some point. If we do, again, there will be a video of that in the future. If we have any problems with this, we'll have that. We also have a new rear shock, suspension shock coming, because I greased it up and it drives me mad. It's still squeaking. But that, when we had the Samebike L026, the best upgrade I did was definitely the back suspension. So I definitely am. That is on its way. That video should be coming. It'll either be before this video or after. As you can see, very easy to take this one off. So that's very, very handy. Means I haven't got to use any tools. Look at that. Straight off. Now, inside there, doesn't look like there's any tape rim. But that looks very, very smooth inside there. They've done an insanely good job with that, in fact. So normally I put a bit of tape around, a bit of electrical tape, but in this case I don't actually need to. So I'm going to leave that like that. And as you can see, we do have a bit of dust on the old tyres there when we did try going on grass. So I'm going to take out this inner tube from the old nylon tyre, and I can keep this inner tube as a spare, but I'm not going to keep it as a spare because I have a plan. I have a plan for this one, and let me just move the camera for a sec. I've got to reach that. Okay, sorry about that. Move the camera back up so you can see what we're doing. We also need a pair of scissors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this valve off. Now I showed this on the Samebike L026, and I've done this a lot throughout my life on bikes because I do a lot of off-roading. I do like going in the woods and stuff, and the best way to try and protect my inner tube as much as possible is this. So this is what I do. I'm going to show you guys. So we cut up the valve. The valve has been cut, and if I show you the inner tube there, as you can see, that's now been cut off. So if we grab our new tyre right here, take that wrappering off. These tyres look absolutely awesome. They look so sick. Okay, our slime smart tube. So if I get a puncture, this tube is going to spit out a load of green gunk. Now, it can, after you get a puncture, if you pull out the bit of glass or the screw, nail, whatever, stone, flint, if you pull it out and then wait about 5 minutes, then pump it up, there's a good chance this is going to seal the hole. But sometimes, if you get too much of a big hole, it won't seal it. It will only do it for a small one. So my idea, this is what I do, and it just helps protect that puncture that little bit more chance of it getting air and getting me home. So this old tube that I've just cut, I put inside my inside the tire, like so. That just sits inside there. So that's kind of a little bit of a protection layer if anything gets through this tire. And then if I put this tube on, this is my theory. Whether it works, I don't know. But since I've done this, I haven't had a puncture, so I guess it must kind of work. I have had glass and rocks and nails and stuff in my tyres before, and I still managed to make it home. So I think maybe my theory does work. It could be just in my mind, but I've always done it this way. So we put our tube then in next to that other inner tube. So if we get a puncture, it kind of, the way my brain is thinking, we get a puncture and then it's going to spit out gunk out of the slime tube, where that slime tube is going to be touching the other inner tube, which is going to compress it together, which is kind of like me putting a patch on it in a way. Now, as I said, I don't know if this 100% does work. I can't guarantee it, but it's just my way of doing things, and I think maybe it works. I think. I don't know. All right, let's take off our valve. We're going to sit that onto the tyre, onto the wheel, should I say, straight away, like so. And then this, we're then going to put onto our tyre. Now, when I'm putting this on, I want to check to see what way the grip of the tyre is going first. So in my case, it is the other way. And then we just sit that in there, drop in the tube as well. Now, sometimes when you're putting these tyres on, sometimes you can put them on with absolutely no tools at all. But then sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly and a little bit difficult. So sometimes you've got to use tools. Sometimes you can get away without using tools. We'll see in this case how it's going to work. Always try and make sure that your tube is not twisted. Very important. You don't want no twist into the tube. It's kind of hard for me to do this because I'm continuously looking at the camera to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, when you haven't got a camera to worry about, you can do this pretty quick. Okay, so that's half the tyre on round that way. Move it round. So if you've got any comments, do leave them below. I do try my best to respond to every comment. Don't forget to drop a like as well if you've been enjoying the upgrades and rides on this same bike. This is definitely the best electric bike I've had, I think. We're going to be doing a compare at some point. Of course, we do reviews on lots of different electric bikes and scooters and stuff, but yeah, we'll see. And you know what, in this case we're not going to edit the video, but I did mess that up. I did put the tyre on the wrong way. Wow, it happens to the best of us. I'd rather make that adjustment now though than rather put the wheel on the actual bike and then notice that. This is why I say it's important to make sure you check which way the tyre goes first. I did check, but I obviously didn't do it properly, did I? But I like that I don't have to use tools against this mag wheel. That's what I really like, because before on other rims, on other bikes, I don't care about scratching a little bit here and there, but because this is a mag wheel, it's going to stand out so bad. If I scratch this, it's going to really stand out, and I don't want that. So I'm glad that these tyres go on nice and easy. So these are folding tyres as well. You can get them folded, or as you saw mine already as one. Now, they did say they were going to be folded, but they turned up not folded. I don't really know why that is, but anyway. So I'm going to quickly come over here and grab my good old electric Xiaomi pump. So we're going to put a little bit of air into that, and of course my phone is ringing. Let's have a look. Okay, that's fine. I can call them back. Everyone always seems to ring when you're doing something. The moment you're not doing anything, nobody calls you. That seems to be my case. All right, Screw that on. I'm not going to pump it all the way up, just get a bit of air in there, make sure we're good. Good. Oh, to mention as well, to get the back wheel off, we are going to need an 18mm spanner. Like that. And it's going up. There we go. Taking a bit of time. Only 6 psi. I'm wondering if there's a hole in this tube. That should have went up a lot more than that by now. There we go, that's better. And 10. So I'm going to get it to 20. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 20 psi for the moment. I can always pump that up later myself off cam. We don't want to wait there for ages till that gets to 60 psi. It's going to take a short minute. All right, so there you go. We got to make sure it's sealed all the way around, which it is on that side, and sealed all the way around, which it is on that side as well. So that's perfect. So we're going to now lift our bike up and put our quick release wheel back on there. So I'm just going to unscrew it a little bit, just so that way we've got a bit more to work with. There we go. So as you can see, the tyre, the grip is now pointing the right way. So let's lift up. Try and get the camera angle right for you guys, sorry. Okay, so we got to fit in just like that. Wow, that looks wow, that looks so different already. Just that one. Yeah, I really do like these mag wheels. They not normally something I would go for, if I'm honest, but yeah, the mag wheels is not normally something that I go for, but in this case I actually really do like them. Really good. They look nice, definitely unusual. So there we go, there's the front wheel. That was pretty quick. That one didn't take too long. I guess it could have got it done quicker if I didn't put the tyre on wrong the first time, but anyway. Gotta quickly screw on our cap valve there. So as you can see, now it's got that little green cap. And then I'm hoping the back one is going to be a little bit easier in a sense of putting the tyre on, hopefully. I guess time will tell. Alright, so we're going to reposition the camera. 18mm spanner. There we go, there's that side. That was probably quite loose, to be honest. Let's pull off our cap there. This one's nice and tight. There we go. Well, that one was proper on there, that one. So with some electric bikes, it does make your job, as you can see, that just lifts up. On some electric bikes, it does make your job easier because they have a little quick cap that you can disconnect, and it helps give you room to take the wheel completely away from the bike. But on the same bike, it doesn't have that. So we have to work close to the bike, which we will show you that. All right, turning this upside down is an option, but I remember when we did this once before, I laid my bike down on its side on the ground. So that's what I'm going to do here today. I'm going to lay it down just like so, because there is no quick pull cap. So we need to get our wire cutters here, and I'm going to pull off that cable tie there if I can. You do have to remember to be careful, because this wire is the wire obviously for the motor. So take caution, take your time. There we go. So that's what we need the cable ties for, to put that back. Then we can just push that out of there. Try to get camera angle right. And the chain, we can move the chain. Let's put that down on the lower one, because I've got that set on the high one there. I'll just disconnect the chain. All right, that gear, I'm going to take it up, or is it down? Okay, let's take it all the way down. There we go. All right, so we have to take our time with this, because we don't have much room to move. As you can see, the wire, we have to keep the back wheel close to there all the time. All right, let's let this one down. I definitely prefer those quick plugs, but yeah, it doesn't have it on this bike, but it's not the end of the world. Just means we have to work that little bit closer to the bike, that's all. All right, so there's the air out of that tube. I always do these things on really hot days, and I got a jumper on, of all things. Why have I got a jumper on? I don't. Oh well, it's done now. Okay, bit of H2O to the tube and tyre. We can just pull to one side, just like that. Very easy. I'm going to run my fingers on the inside of the rim, just like I did with the other one, just to make sure that we don't have any sharp points, which I don't think we do. There's a little bit of dirt in there, just wiping that off. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that's that part. Let's get the old tube out. Now, as I said, you don't have to do this. You could keep these tubes as spare, but this is just the way I've done it, you know. I'm 35 years old and I've done this since I was a kid, and it seems to work very well. I've always managed to get home like this, and that's the most important thing. If you're miles and miles away from home, that you are able to get back, even if it's just a slow puncher that can get you 10 mile, and then you have to stop and pump it back up again. So be it. Okay, so that's that. Let's get our new tyre on. I really hope to put this on the right way this time, because it's a little bit more awkward on this one. All right, so for the tyre to see which way it rotates, it doesn't actually show you an arrow, not that I can see anyway, but yeah, anyway, that's the way I'm going to put it. Let's put this tube inside this tyre, which this is the original tube from the original bike. The tube that you get with the bike. Wow, why did I find that so difficult? All right, so that's that. Let's get our rubber slime tube. As I said, you probably could get this done quicker than me. It's taking me a bit longer because I keep on looking through my camera rather than looking with my hands. Looking at my hands that I should be. But that's all right. This is definitely worth the upgrade. It's going to make a big difference. A really big difference. All right, so we're going to put the tube onto the tyre, onto the wheel itself. There we go. Put the tube round, and then the tyre, we're going to put that on. What is that? I think that. So was it that side? I'm sure I just saw an arrow pointing. Oh, okay. There is an arrow pointing. Hopefully you can see that. So it shows you what direction to have it. So we're going to put the tyre on that way because it's going to be rotating that way. So let's give that a go. This is where it's, as I said, can be a little bit difficult because you don't have much room to move your wheel. The tube there was twisted, so good job I noticed that. Always make sure the tube is not twisted. That is definitely 100% the most important thing. Okay, so it's pretty much that side on. So I'm trying to hold it, but I really do not have much room to move because of that cable down there. Hopefully you can see everything that I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. Very easy. So I'm twisting the wheel back because I did twist it forward a little bit. And then we're going to get our Xiaomi pump again. There we go. 20 psi. It's always good to check it before you tighten the wheel up, put it on, just in case you did pinch the tube in any way. All right, 20 psi. Let's do that. Going to quickly feel around the tyre to make sure it is sealed. Yep, that's good. 10 psi. Fifteen. $18. And there we go. So there's 20 psi. Now I will pump that up later, more, but for now, that's okay. Unscrew that. There we go. Have a good feel of it. Feels good. Wow, it just looks so. It looks so good. Okay, so for this last part, you could either tip the bike up or do it on, tip the bike upside down and do it that way, which probably would be easier to put it in, or you can do it on its side again. So I'm going to do it on its side, and then I'm going to eventually stand it up. But before I stand it up, yeah, I want to do it on its side, so that way I can get the wheel in alignment. So over here on the motor side, we have a bolt, a washer and a washer. Now one washer goes on the outside of the frame and the other washer goes on the inside. That's the way I'm going to do it. You don't have to do it that way. That's just the way I'm going to have it set. So we're going to put this inside here, and hopefully this is not going to be too difficult. With a bit of luck, got the chain wrong, so let me pull that out a little bit. Gotta be careful not to pull that cable too much. Lift that chain up. That chain's got to go up like that. There we go. Okay, let's put that valve back in so we don't waste the battery on there, because I'm going to need that to pump it up. All right, so the cable gets tied back there, chains around there. That's the way it is. All right, I think I am going to have to definitely stand this thing up. I think that's going to be probably my easiest option. We're stuck a little bit there on the stand of the bike, and then the derailleur's in my way. There we go. Is that still caught on the stand? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I am going to have to stand this up. So let's do that. Yep, nobody heard that. Okay, so I'm holding the bike up. Whilst we push back our derailleur, I'm going to push the derailleur back. I think now is probably a good time to take it back up into high gear. And then we push that round. Still caught on that stand there. Let's get that stand out the way. We've got our chain stuck there a little bit. There we go. All right. So just lining it up, and there we have it. That's in. Perfect. Wow. That looks so different. Yeah, that looks very, very different. So as you can see down here, we've got a tiny, tiny bit of room here, like about 0.5 millimeter. So if you've got bigger than 2.4, your tire's not going to fit. So very, very important. Do not get bigger than a 2.4 tyre. So down here, as you can see, it's out a little bit. So this axle is got an angle. The angle's got to sit inside of there. So I've got to twist it a little bit, which is not quite happening. So I'm going to take this bolt off and this nut, get my pliers there, twist a little bit, and as you can see, that's lined up. And because I'm Bubbles, I just pulled it straight out. I don't even know, I can't even explain why I did that. I really cannot explain that. Alright, that was silly. Now our washers are stuck on the other side. Alright, I put the 2 washers on the outside. That's the way it was originally. I was going to change it, but that's just the way it is. Alright. So what we got to do is sit the axle in there and make sure the caliper's in properly as well. Just tightening up that bolt a little bit, as you can see there. And then this one here, so we get our pliers, just line it up so it's straight, push down, there you go. Now this is in there properly. Hopefully you can see this. This is the way it needs to look. Then we get our washer, as you can see here. Put our nut on there. So this I'm not going to do really tight, but I'm just going to do it up for a minute, a little bit. Just like that, just so that way it doesn't pop out the other side. Now looking at this, looks like that has snapped. This is a derailleur guard. Looks like that was in there and that's snapped out by the looks of things. So I'm going to be looking around for a new derailleur guard. Looks like it's about to give in there as well. So I definitely want one of these, because as you can see, I've obviously taken a hit at some point. That's why that is broken. So with this one, there you go, you can see, unscrew this bolt, and then we're going to just sit that just over the top like that, and then we tighten it back up. Alright. I'm going to get that little cap to come up here. Okay, so this back wheel, I do it probably a little bit too tight if I'm honest, but I do that on purpose because I never want this back wheel to come off, because this is where the power comes from. When I'm pushing that throttle hard, this is where it could end up getting loose. Sorry, I didn't finish, I was concentrating there. Okay, that side. You definitely want to get yourself a good 18mm spanner for this. Having that side and that side, both sides is good. There we go. That's nice and snug. Alright, so there's that. I'm just going to screw on my valve. As I said, I am going to pump those up to 60 psi, but I do that off camera. I do 55. I was going to do 60. We do 55 psi in it, because I am going to be going off-road. I can't wait to make that video of riding this off-road. Now we've got these new tyres. So this is what you needed the cable tyres for. Let me redo that because you didn't see. So putting that through there. This is exactly how it was. We've got to put that cable back where it was. Now these cable ties that I'm putting on are probably a little bit better than the original ones, because the original ones were quite thin and small. So by using these thicker cable ties, less chance that cable is going to come loose or come off. So that's good. All right, now we've done that, we get our wire cutters and just be very careful when you're cutting, because remember, this is the motor wire cable. Very, very important not to cut that wire. Not that I've ever done it, but if I did, I'd definitely be devastated. Yeah, look at that. That is absolutely so messed up, that gap. I can put my whole finger through that gap for the derailleur guard. Definitely have to get a new one of those. All right, now we need to get our chain out of here, because I brought it down lower. And looks like the chain is stuck there. Let me show you. The chain stuck here on the gear part. I'm wondering if I lean it to one side and pedal a little bit. Nope. That has got it unstuck actually, I think. Yeah, no it did. That did it. Okay, there we go. So I've got that on the bottom. Drop, the gears are dropped. Okay, perfect. So there we go. That's that. Perfect. So now the only thing to do is just to check this bolt one more time. Nah, do you know what? That's completely gone. That is absolutely completely gone. I'm gonna have to take that off. It's completely broke. Yeah, it's no good. I'm gonna have to order a new one. It's not the end of the world. It just means I've got to try and be a little bit more careful, that's all. Okay, let's do this up. At least I know that this will be done up properly, because I couldn't get a proper grip on it because that kept moving. As I said, this one I probably do go a little bit over the top, but that's because that's where the power's coming from. Okay, we get our little cap, push our cap back on, just helps keep it a bit more waterproof and stops the wire getting damaged. Right, so I'm gonna power up the bike. There we go, past 5. We have also done the speed hack on this, so it goes faster. We've got a separate video of that if you're interested. So that's perfect. There we go. Mission has been accomplished. How long did that take? 43 minutes. Probably could have done it in under 35, maybe even 30 minutes if I wasn't keep looking at the camera and didn't mess up putting that tyre on the first time. But wow, what a difference. Trial King 26 times 2.4 tyres. As I said, they're £20 a piece. New shock is coming soon. Keep an eye out for that video. There's some really big tyre there. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go bigger than 2.4. Hopefully you can see that gap there. Either side. If you go bigger than 2.4, you are not going to be able to fit the tyre on this bike. It will rub against the frame. Leave your comments below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out for the next one. I did buy this bike on eBay for £909. Since then, I'm now in definitely over £1,000. But we'll make a video at some point separate of how much I've completely spent on this bike once I've got the rear shock and the other little bits and pieces that I got coming today. That's gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you about those. That's a little secret. That's all to come. We're definitely gonna be taking this off-road now. We got these new tyres. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. We catch you people again soon for some more fun and games. I am out.